This sunburned Georgia couple were out cold along the beach Saturday when deputies from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office approached them. It reportedly took deputies at least 8 tries to wake up the highly intoxicated pair.
Hey guys! Yep, time to wake up, guys! Hey! Hey! The Sheriff's Office! Wake up! Need to sit up? Come on, get up! Wake up! Welcome back! Sit up!
Hey,
Where are you?
your kids.
Right there.
I'm here and then I'm here.
Tell me where your kids are.
Guys' name?
How old are they?
7 to 8.
No.
That is about as irresponsible as you can get.
Just before we continue watching, because as I was watching this, getting to that point there where they're like, where's your kids? And she's all like, oh, they're right over there. And then they're like, well, show me your kids. And he's there looking around and he can't see the kids anywhere. That is the most heart-dropping thing ever. Like, how can you be that level of irresponsible to get drunk on a beach, like knock out, and not know where your young kids are? Like, I think their kids are like under the age of 10. I don't know. We'll get to it.
Beach.
But
Next to the water.
and to get up pissed out your nut and your kids are nowhere to be seen, like, that is outrageous. You do not deserve to have your kids. You do not deserve to keep your kids with that type of irresponsibility. And it's like people would feel sorry for them if their kids went missing, but they're not fit to be parents.
Oh, 100%. I know you're not meant to question God. But if I could ask a question, I'd be like, why would you allow people like this to reproduce? Like, seriously.
It's ridiculous.
They're right next to open water. The kids could have drowned. They could have been abducted. They could have wandered off into the
Anything.
city. Someone could have kidnapped them. They could have accidentally walked into oncoming traffic. Anything could have happened to those children. And they were out. They were out. They were finished. If the sheriff didn't scream in their ears, they weren't waking up for shit.
Nah, it's like people have so much, I don't know if they have trust in the world or if they're just selfish and outright dumb, because
Selfish.
to not watch your kids like that and anything can happen to them, do people not know what a bad world we live in? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is my first thing. Is not the kid might drown or whatever. My first thought is the kid can get kidnapped. If someone can see your knockout on the floor and someone goes up to your kid and says, I've got some candy over here, they're going to take your kids. That's it. You ain't seeing them again because you wanted to have a few drinks and knock out on the beach. Was those drinks worth it?
Yeah. And
Was those drinks worth it?
The worst thing is the pedophile, the kidnapper will ask the kid, where's your parents? And the kid will point and they'll say, oh, they're not, this is a layup. You just got this kid for free. Do you know how many kids get trafficked? It's so easy because of dumbass parents like this. And this isn't like a new thing. I've seen this happen before. There's been stories where parents have gone out clubbing and they've left their kids in the house and the kid died. There's been stories where parents have gone on holiday and they've just left their kids in the house. Home Alone was not just made out of thin air. People do leave their kids at home. Just leave them on their own. And people break in and steal the kids hurt themselves, the kids end up dying. I know some people like really want kids, but you need to look in the mirror and think, am I fit to have a child? The answer for a lot of people is no.
Boys, girls, boy and a girl? Boy and a girl. Okay, you don't know where they are?
When cops couldn't find the kids, the couple were placed in handcuffs.
You know what it is though as well? It's like he can't see his kids and he's not even got any form of sheer panic. I know he's fucked, like he's pissed, excuse my language, but he's not even like, oh my God, where are my kids? Screaming the kid's name, trying to look. He's just like, yeah, they're missing.
He doesn't even
That's
know where
what
he is.
he's like right now. Yeah, he doesn't know what time of the week, like what time of day it is, what day of the week it is, but there's still no care even after realizing, shit, my kids are missing and there's a copper behind me and he's just there lost. Like,
Yeah, this guy's a donut. Like, he doesn't even know what planet he's on right now.
even the mum though, when she got up and they're like, where's your kid? She goes, they're right over there. She hasn't actually checked to see if they're right over there. She's not woken up like, oh my God, I've just been sleeping. Are my kids okay? Where are they? It's like everything from start to now, because I keep pausing it, but I'm really passionate because this stuff, it outrages me because kids are like, they're helpless. You know how I know you can't really compare kids to dogs, but you know when I use the thing of dogs, like if I see somebody hitting their dog, I feel sad because the dogs are helpless. Kids are helpless.
Yeah, it's the
and you've
same
got
thing.
parents like that, and it makes you think, what are they living with when they're at home?
Well, there's just unfortunately scumbags in the world that have penises and vaginas, and unfortunately children have to suffer for it.
Like the kids are growing up watching their parents probably just knock out on the sofas at home, and kids have to just look after themselves.
Yeah.
That's not nice to watch growing up as well.
Just imagine you pass out on the beach and a Josiah Mizukami walks up on there. Hey, little girl. All because of you.
I'm
'cause
going to
didn't
show
wanna-
you what real love is.
Yeah, like seriously. These people are as bad as the pedophiles as far as I'm concerned. You enable them. This is how they snatch children because they're imbeciles like you.
But that was far from the end of the drama.
I need you to come get the kids. Me and Timothy are both being arrested.
Is somebody able to get the kids?
Come get the kids.
Why
Me
am I
and
being
Timothy
arrested?
are both being arrested.
Alcohol on the beach and child neglect.
Can you tell them where we're at? Can you tell them where we're at?
So we're not allowed to have any beer at the beach?
It's illegal.
Huh?
It's illegal to have alcohol on the beach.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was not glass.
Nope, glass is not allowed, but neither is
Can
alcohol.
you please send
Because
my
what happens is people get drunk and then they'll drown in that ocean.
I only had like 2 beers.
2 is still illegal.
2 is so illegal?
You had more than 2 beers, mate. No one, like, I'm a super lightweight. 2 beers are not plastering me on the beach like that. You're chatting shit, and now you're lying to the police. They're going to do a breathalyzer test on you if you're not careful. I didn't know drinking on the beach was illegal. Is that a particular state that it's illegal in?
I'm
When I
not
went to
too
Barcelona, it
sure,
wasn't.
but it makes you question as well, like, how did they get to the beach? Did they drive? If so, were they going to drive home with the kids in the car?
I assume they probably got to the beach with the kids, paid no attention to the kids, got wasted and passed out. And the kids are just roaming around on the fucking beach. You know what the worst thing is that I know it's like pretty extreme to say, but imagine the tide starts coming in.
Yeah.
And your kids are out there. They're going to get washed away. Current
Yeah.
is very, very strong.
The sea is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. I mean, I saw a story the other day. I know, again, this is a bit of an extreme, but you don't really get sharks like coming close to shore very often. I believe it happened in Russia. And you just see this guy, his arms in the air like this, like screaming. You can see red everywhere. And we all know what's going on. The guy is being eaten alive by a shark. And people in the comments saying, somebody help him. I was like,
What are they supposed to do? Fight the shark?
first of all, he's too far away for them to get to them. Second of all, you can't fight a shark on its turf. He's toast. If your poor child, obviously anyone that loves their
God
children, if
forbid.
they saw their child getting attacked by a shark, you're going to jump in to try and help them. But you're just going to get eaten as well. The point is don't leave your fucking kids unsupervised. Because, is this in Florida or something? You might not get sharks out there. I don't know how prevalent they are in Florida. But sharks wash up in very unexpected places. We had one wash up in Cyprus once. And everyone was like, oh shit, because there's no sharks in Cyprus. But one just was there. If people were in the water, they were finished.
2 is so illegal.
No, the cops here. This lady is the only person that's been nice. Him, everybody else has been. So now we both go to jail.
Why do they need to be nice to you? Why does anyone need to be nice to you? I would treat you like complete shit if I found out that you left your kids wandering on a beach.
Never mind the fact that you've just neglected your kids on a beach.
Yeah, now you're being mouthy.
Never mind the cops are bad for doing their job. They probably fucking saved your kids. How about that?
You're lucky the cop didn't kick you to wake you up. I would have gotten pissed off.
Yeah.
I would have been like, wake up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a cop.
But with situations like this, like if I was a pedestrian on the beach, I would actually say something. Because stuff like that, it rages me so much. I would actually say something. There was one time I was driving in a car park and this woman's kid just ran from round her car in front of my car, then back round to her car. And I actually stopped and I said to her, watch your kid. I said, it's very dangerous. Your kid's going to get run over.
I know you,
And she
I know
was
you
like-
feel passionate about this because you've told that story like 5 times.
Have I told it on here? Did I?
I've heard this 100 times.
I was fuming. I was like, I actually wanted to fucking scrap but I didn't, because violence is not the answer. But it's almost like she got pissed off that I said something, but she also knew she couldn't argue back because she was in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I hate it when I see people and they're standing at traffic lights and their kids are jumping about everywhere, because we all know what kids are like, and they're not even trying to hold the kid's hand or nothing.
Yeah. Do you know what I always hate from parents? This is going to sound very petty. Maybe I'm in the wrong for this. I don't feel like I am. When you're standing in line in like Tesco's or Asda or Sainsbury's or whatever, and someone's with their kid and they kick you in the back of your leg.
Oh.
And you turn around, you look at the kid and you're like, oh, it's a kid. I'll ignore them. But then you see the parent stand there and you're like, okay, I'll let it slide the first time. And then they don't say anything.
Their kid, yeah.
And you turn around, you look at their parent, you give them a look now. You look at them like, and then the kid does it again. So then you turn around and go, why are you fucking kicking me? This is a true story. And then the parents are like, don't talk to my kid like that. I'm like, are you retarded or something? You just watched your stupid brat kick me 3 times. Now, I'm not going to kick the kid. But clearly you don't care about your kid's well-being, because there could be somebody in here that's a little bit unhinged. They don't give a fuck that it's a 6-year-old. They just punt your child. You're standing there watching your kid kick someone. That is another irresponsible parent.
One time, when I was studying at uni, I was working part-time as a waitress. And we used to have these, like, a fob that you put on the till to do your thing, It was like something that you clip on you and it stretches to do it, bar. And I was standing taking someone's order at the table, and their kid kept grabbing it and pulling it and letting go, and it kept flicking that, But this stuff's flimsy, it can snap. And the kid done it a few times, and they didn't say anything. Then the kid carried on, and the kid was getting more aggressive, like proper yanking it. So I took it out of the kid's hand. And it's like they both just looked at me like, did you really just do that? And I'm thinking, don't look at me when your kid's doing that and you're not even trying to stop your kid. Like, I'm not the arsehole here. Am I the arsehole?
No.
I don't think so. I'd do it again.
No, discipline your children. They're going to get a slap from a stranger.
Anyway, this wasn't supposed to be about disciplining children. It was supposed to be about looking after your children.
Yeah,
I suppose discipline is looking after them, though.
Yeah. Who the f*** is going to bond us out?
No one.
Exactly. No, my grandpa has to drive 8 hours to get the goddamn kids. No, I wanna listen to what my grandpa has to say. I wanna make sure my kids are taken care of.
We can roll down the window.
I'm sorry, but
we can roll down the window.
And him, I don't trust them. No.
In the truck. She said in the truck.
Can you just wait?
You're gonna roll down the window.
Just wait. I want to make sure my kids.
We're gonna make sure they're taken care of.
Okay, so tell them to come over here and let me listen to what my grandpa's saying.
Fucking idiots.
Can you believe it?
The nerve.
I want to make sure my kids are safe. I want to make sure they're taken care of. I'm sorry, what?
You didn't care about when they could have become shark food.
No, all of a sudden, you care now.
What a joke.
Now that you're being arrested, all of a sudden you care. And she's all mad at him, blaming him, because apparently he was supposed to be watching the kids. But even if I was with my man at the beach, I still would not go sleep if my kids are right there. Yeah. I would be watching them like a hawk. I'd be with them.
Who gets blackout drunk in
even
public?
Even if she wasn't drinking and she just went to lay down and he got pissed and he fucked up, still, she needs to take some accountability. She's still a parent and she still decided to go sleep knowing her kids are on the beach.
Oh, 100%.
Knowing that your man bought beers with him as well.
The way I see it is that if you've had kids together and they're 7 and 8?
Yeah.
So you've been with this guy at least 8 years. You must have known he's a dumbass. So why did you trust him to go to sleep? You're an idiot as well.
I wouldn't trust anyone.
Nah, there's no way. Not
I mean, I
public.
trust my mum though, because my mum is like, she's worse than me. Like, she's a proper panicker. Like, oh my God, like if they even step too far, it's like, oh my God, come back. Yeah. So I trust my mum.
The thing is, it's not even trust for me. Like I would, if I had kids, I would trust them around you.
Yeah.
But I need to see my kids.
Yeah.
I need to know where they are, because something could happen to you. And then who's gonna protect my kids?
Yeah.
So I can't. I don't even have kids. Like when I'm out with women, like if I was out with you or one of my female friends or my cousins, I wouldn't just go to sleep and like leave them there, because you could get snatched. Now I wake up like Sab. Where's Sab? Like, you have to be more responsible in that in public.
He's writing down the message right now.
And I can't hear nothing.
In the truck.
I'm telling you to get in the truck, and I'd like you to get in yourself. And so that's
I want to make sure my
I've been
kids
trying to
will
work
be
with
in the
you this
truck,
whole
please.
time. And
where are my kids?
going to the Family Resource Center. So they're going to take care of them. They'll feed them. They'll clothe them. And they'll be comfortably waiting until your father or grandfather arrives. Okay? I need you to get in the truck. Okay? You've been drawing this out too long. You said you want to get this over with. Let's try to get this over with. Okay? You got it?
I mean, where did he think he was going to go? Where did he honestly think he was going to go?
That was not on my bingo card. I did not see that coming. My man tried to take off like the Flash
That
on
was
the beach.
like the other guy that ran. But he's handcuffed. Yeah, I don't know what he actually thought when he did that. Like, I would love to know what was going through his brain at the time.
Obviously not much.
Yeah.
What's a donut on a beach and on sand, barefoot? You're not getting anywhere,
He
mate.
didn't even get far at all.
He didn't. The black guy that was running that we did the video, he got quite far.
Yeah.
And they
I thought
tasered
he was
him.
going to make it.
I thought he was going to make it as well. He made a believer out of me. This donut, he didn't even get 2 seconds into it. He looked at his wife. He looked at his kids. He said, fuck this. And he tried to leave. She's an idiot. She deserves what she gets. She married an idiot. You've been with him for 8 years. You haven't figured out he's a dumbass yet. 2 peas in a pod.
Alicia Langley and her fiancé, Timothy Stevens, who are both 27, were arrested and charged with child neglect. Stevens also faces charges for trying to escape police and for having alcoholic beverages on the beach, according to online arrest records, Fox 35 News reported. The children, aged 5 and 7, were later found in the pool area, unsupervised but safe. Langley has several TikTok videos posted on the social media site. Many show her playing with her kids. In one, she holds a beer while pitching to a youngster. In another, she is seen drinking while in a bikini by the pool. Are these two fit to raise kids?
It said that
Absolutely not fit to raise kids.
It said that they were found next to a pool.
Yeah.
Like they could have drowned. They're 5 and 6.
Yeah.
5 and 7. Like they're too young to be unsupervised near a pool. No, they shouldn't be allowed to look after their kids. Their kids should be taken away from them. That video is all the proof that you need. What a bunch of idiots, man. There's so many irresponsible
And
people
you can
out there.
see they must drink often. If all of her videos she's posting, she's always got alcohol in her hand. You know what? That's one thing as well. Like, when you're looking after kids, if there's no other adults around who are not drinking, I don't think you should drink, because if anything was to happen, you need to be able to maybe take them to the hospital or anything, and you're not in a fit state to do nothing.
Yeah, you need to be responsible for
Yeah.
your children. There's so
Yeah.
many variables that happen when you're outside. Even down to like children are clumsy. They just hit
Even
their
at
head on
home though, Michael.
Yeah, you can bring a child in here. They'll find something to hurt themselves with. Walk into that exercise bike, walk into the camera, walk into the door. You need to be switched on at all times with children. It's just, I mean, like you said, with dogs as well, you need to be responsible for your dog. Like, I know dogs and children aren't the same thing, but when you bring like a puppy into the house, you don't just say, oh, we got a puppy in the house, and you leave. You got to be there. You have to, if you're going to have kids, you have to be present 24/7, which is part of the reason why, like, I don't have kids yet. I can't be present 24/7, but I'm not selfish enough to be like, oh, I want kids now. You have to think about them, right? You shouldn't be bringing a child in the world to satiate some need that you have. You should be bringing a child in the world because you genuinely want to raise a life and give back to society and watch them grow into a person you can respect.
She would have had the first kid when she was 19. So she would have been a young mum.
Well, she doesn't have that excuse anymore. She had a second kid, so learn from the mistakes of your first and don't repeat them with your second. Right? I'm not saying people don't make mistakes, okay? My mum probably made mistakes. My mum had me when I think she was like 22 or 23, 24, something like that. But people make mistakes. People are human. It's fine to make mistakes. But unsupervised children at a pool, outside in public, you're a donut. And that's your second child. You had a chance to fuck up with the first one, and then you had another one, and you continue doing it. So yeah, they should have their children taken away from them. And any parent that's behaving like that should have their children taken away from them. And they should not be allowed to reproduce.
Hopefully this will be a lesson learned.
Yeah, hopefully. They're probably not going to have their kids taken away. But
You don't think?
no, I don't think.
In the UK they would, for sure.
The government's so flimsy. They pay attention to such stupid things. I don't know. We'll see in it. We'll try to do a follow-up on them, see what they're doing. See how many more times they put their children in harm's way.